Hey guys, and welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at the golden days of farming. This map can be found up under the farmingsimulator.com mod hub, and this map is by Something on My Shoe 2. Let me just read you a quick description of the map from the mod hub. It says, from the late 18th century to modern day, the farm has not changed. Still a working farm with an excellent area for farming. There are outstanding views from the ramparts or walls of the Iron Age hill fort, and for those times when you are perhaps seeking a moment of tranquility and connecting with the environment, just seems to work on Bluebell Island. Farmland. There's 21 fields and grassland, one very old farm, sawmill, sheep, cows, pigs, and chickens, and a dealership. So let's go ahead and jump on into this map. So we're going to pick up our gator. We're going to pull up the log. Ignore these three warnings. Two of them relate to a map that I'm using in a streaming challenge, and one relates to the to another mod. So the map loads up very fast, and as you can see, there are no errors related to the map. So let's go ahead and take a look at the map itself. It's a fairly small map with fairly small fields. We have our standard crops on this map, and we own field 3. 3 is the only field that we own, but there are areas like here, 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 all over here. All of these green areas are all going to be grass areas that you can either mow or plow up and make your own fields. So there are plenty of fields that you could potentially make without having to purchase any. This video is done on hard mode, so there are no crops in the silos, and you can see there are 6 main sell points on this map, including a sawmill and a spinnery. Here's our starting equipment. It's fairly small, and there's no items leased. Let's go ahead and take out a loan. And now I'll address this early on in the video. This map is currently not seasons prepared, which simply means it does not have a snow mask. I did not try this map with seasons to know how it looks as far as the trees and everything go, but I can tell you that it does not have a snow mask installed. So on this map we have all 3 animal types. We start with no animals and nothing in the food troughs, and our silo has a capacity of 100,000 liters. Alright, let's take a look at that starting equipment. So we start with one tractor, the case 1455, and a harvester with the 1660 case with grain header. We have a small Brentner tipper, cultivator, plow, and seeder, and fertilize spreader. That is all we start out with. Let's go ahead and lease up our gator so we can drive around in style. Let's take a look at the map, and our shop is up here. Let's hit reset, and our reset point is right here in this grass meadow north of the cow area and to the east of the pig area. So let's go ahead and let's get somewhere where we can see. Let's zoom on out so you can kind of see where we are with relation to the main map. The cow area is down there. The pig area is just over there. Okay. So we're not going to get in that quite yet. We're going to actually jump back here. And our starting point is right over here. So we're just going to run back to our starting point. And this is basically where we started. So let's go ahead and explore the farm. So we've got several buildings that are they're fairly old looking. They look like these that you could use to store equipment or whatever in it. This is your farm silo. So this is where your tip point and your empty point for the silo. We've got our harvester and our tractor queued up here, as well as some equipment. Got our chickens. And just some general other sheds. I mean, there isn't much going on in this farm. We have a couple of these stone buildings. Also, we have a seed fill point here on the farm. So, also scattered around the map are these waterways. So over here we have our pig area. This is where we would put our straw. We have our water trough. Our food trough. Here's where we get our slurry. So our slurry pit. The delivery point for our pigs is right here. Let's go ahead and buy some up. And we have our manure pile. There's our pigs. Let's run on over here and check out our sheep area now. So this is where the wool will spawn. Then we have the grass trough here. And you'd have to come over here. Here's our cultivator and our plow. There's another water area. Come all the way around here. Another waterway. And the water trough for our sheep. And the delivery point. There's our sheep. So our sheep and our pigs are very well kept. They do not need a gate or anything to stay within their pen. So we have the most disciplined animals in the country. Let's go ahead and take a look at field 16. So we do have missions on this map, and field 16 is 0.53 hectares, which is almost $43,000. The whole map has these dirt roads. So here is one of the grass meadows. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can't find that. I guess the dirt road went on the other side of this hedge. Yep, there it is. So let's go ahead and come on around to field 17, which I believe is the biggest field on the map. Field 13 might be bigger, but we'll just go ahead and check out 17 while we're over here. And then we will compare them. So field 17 is 1.53 hectares, $124,000. So let's go ahead and explore the map in the gator. Let's go over here to our cow area. So scattered around the map are also these storage buildings, which we could make use of. I will jump in cab from time to time when the trees, I feel, may obscure our view of being able to drive properly. So even though this is a fairly small map, some of the ways to get around are so you kind of have to take the long way to get lots of places. So it makes the map feel like it's a bit bigger. For example, you can see how close on the PDA that the cow area is to the rest of the farm, yet the way you have to drive the roads to get here, it feels like it's a lot further away than it really is. So here we have our feed trough for silage or whatever at the main shed. We have our liquid manure and our solid manure. This is pretty typical Farm Sim 17 cow structure. That would mean that directly beside this is where we will deliver our cows, right here. And again, they are so well kept that we do not need a gate. So there they are. We have our grass trough and our water trough over here. And then we have one silage bunker. Let's go ahead and check the trigger. So the trigger pretty much lines up with the edge of the bunker. It seems to extend out a little bit more. There you go. Oh, I didn't even know this entrance was here. But this is probably up to get up to this field more than anything else. There we go. No, I don't think that's a road. I think that's a waterway. Or water canal, water ditch, or whatever. Alright, so let's see if we can't make our way down to the old mill, which appears to be on an island. Drive through the water. Right, so here's the wonderful bridge that we use to go over the water. And this appears to be the old mill sell point. And the old mill sell point will accept all of our grains. There's also a buy point for eggs over here. And we have a couple fields over here. Still, these are all very small fields. So this map would be an excellent candidate for small equipment. Maybe the equipment like the Massey Pack. So here is the castle. The drawbridge is up, so we're not going to be able to tour the castle. And there's this nice walk bridge up that you can use to get over here and explore. And we'll go ahead and check out this buy point while we are over here. So this location, which is the general store, appears to accept slurry, manure, and then there's a tip point for your grains. Oh, and they will also take eggs. It's an interesting design selection for the general store, meaning that it simply just looks like a grain storage point. Alright, let's go back to our gator and complete going around the map. Alright, so let's make our way over to the barn. Once we figure out how to get out of here. Guess we'll need to go this way. Alright. Now it looks like we are back on the right path. Again, we try to avoid running so we can't see where we're going. We'll just drive through the farm on our way up to the barn. Looks like we may need to take this road here. Maybe this road here. Some of these roads are difficult to know if they are roads or if they are waterway canals. But this appears to be a road. Again, we've got some grass fields over here. Over to the side. Alright, and here's the hay, straw, and grass sell point. Typical Farm Sim 17 barn with a storage shed beside it. Alright, let's explore some more. Let's take a look around. It's field 14. We got some more grass up here. Right there. There's the other field that may be a big, the largest field. We'll have to check that one out. And right beside it we have our animal buy point. So let's check out this field for its size. 1.38 hectares. So the other field is the bigger one, field 17. So there you go. When the biggest field is 1.5 hectares in size, you know you are working on a map with small fields. Now let's go over here and just check out the animal buy point. It looks to be pretty standard Farm Sim 17 animal buy point. There you can buy all 3 of your animals right here. Go ahead and spin on around. It looks like our shop is right next door. See if we can figure out how to get into the shop. Looks like there's a road over there. Let's just see. Do these hedges have collisions? No, they don't. So we can just drive through there, but obviously the road into the shop is over there. So here we have our customization sell point. And then the shop icon is behind us. It would be nice if there was a buy point right there by that loading dock, in my opinion. Getting some small grass fields, some small arable fields here. The sawmill, we need to back up and see if we can't get up to the sawmill. Let's look at this screen and see if we can't figure out where the road to the sawmill is. Okay, we'll need to go down a little bit toward field 19. And then we will see the road. Must be this one right here. This road winds on around. We're gonna have to go in cab. There's just, the trees are just obscuring our view too much. All we're doing is looking at trees. So there aren't too many trees on this map that look like they are easily cuttable. A lot of them are what I would call deco trees, which are not trees that you really want to cut down because they are a pain to cut up into little bits. Just to basically, at that point, they're just good for wood chip. So here is the sawmill. So you've got your log sell point is going to be somewhere. So do we have a log? Do we have a log pond here? We don't have the trigger that I would typically see for a log pond. That's for a water. I'm not seeing the trigger here for the sawmill either. Or for log sales. Alright, here we go. So around back, we have our trigger for log sell and for wood chip sell. And do we have one over here to at the water point or no? Looks like we do. Looks like if you back your trailer into here, you'll be able to sell your logs. So you'll need to back them right down there if you want to sell them at the water. Alright, so let's make our way back around and keep going on around the map. So while we're up here, let's go ahead and check out field 21. So, well, we're parked where we would have our mission vehicles. 1 hectare, $87,000. It's a very narrow and long field. Alright, so let's keep on keeping it on. And make our way back around. And down to the BGA. Oh, these trees are blown over at an angle. They must have been knocked over by a strong windstorm off the water. So we'll go down to the BGA bunker and the old grain elevator. Hillside grains and the spinnery. I guess these are all points that we still need to get to. Alright. See if we can get spun around here. Let's go on over here to the granary, or no, the spinnery for our wool buy point. Alright, so here's where we would sell our wool. Right there. Let's go ahead and spin it on around. And go back the other way. See what we have up here. This appears to be, is this the old mill? This is Hillside Grains. Appears to be one of the tip points where you drive up on the ramp and come back down. With a very small field right next to it. This is I think I've seen some gardens bigger than this field. 0.28 hectares, $23,000. And you get $930 if you fertilize this field. Should take you like a minute and a half. I think you'll be done the mission before you start it. They should just give you the money without even starting it. Let's go over here and check out our fuel point. Uh-oh. Where's our... our fuel point must be this tower here. We can figure out how to get to it. This might be... Nope, nope, nope. I wonder how you get to there. I guess there's a road, I guess, that we did not see. So here's our fuel point. Yep. Very rustic, very run down. Oh, there are gold nuggets on this map. So there you go. That's the first gold nugget I saw on our tour so far. So let's go over here and see if we can't find our way around to the BGA. Okay, this is just going into another grass area. Like I say, this map has plenty of grass, little grass meadows scattered around that if you wanted to, you could plow up and make into regular fields. So here's one of the dedicated forestry areas on the map. Again, there's not a ton of trees to be doing forestry, but there are some. And this is our BGA. And while these bunkers are the drive-through bunkers, the way the landscape has been done, they're really not drive-through at this point. So we have a very narrow entrance in here. This is a grain sell point. Then you have your Silo King right there, your Flegel digester, if you will. We have our digestate tank here. And we've got, what do we got? We got 5 bunkers here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all the way at the end, you'll see that they're really not able to be driven through because we've got this this bank that's there. So guys, that's the map. That's the golden days of farming. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the like button. If you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. I do map videos every Tuesday and Thursday. So until next time, happy farming.